Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I am your host, Mary Ellen. This episode is a craft with me, faffing around with paper and also doing a little bit of, I should put this down here, 2023 journaling. Here we are, do some planning. And also I'm gonna try doing a little bit of Christmas cleanup. We don't have very many more days of December, and I need to start doing some cleanup here because it is a terrible mess. And what I want to do is take some book pages that I have here. The top two also happen to have blank flip sides, and what I want to do is maybe collage the fronts of these and just put some of the paper that I have floating all over the place here, the bits and pieces, and put it in a spot where we can wrap it up with the Christmas stuff and open it next year and be hopefully delighted, or at least delighted that we did some planning. I also want to run through what this is. So this is the, I guess the idea place for the journal making that I want to do in 2023. I really enjoy randomization. So you have maybe seen me through the December where I'm using a random Christmas prompt to create the journal. I find that the randomization helps me get started. So I think I also have let everybody know that I have some brain vulnerabilities, and when you are under a lot of stress, and even if you don't have a brain vulnerability, making decisions requires effort, and making art sometimes is you get frozen because you can't make decisions. Randomization just helps you over that. It's like, what am I going to make? The world is full of themes that I could pick. I don't know what to pick, therefore I won't make a journal, as opposed to here are 10 themes that I could possibly do with the materials available at hand. Let us use a random number generator and pick one, and then that is the theme that we're going to go with. So that's the idea here. A couple of extra spaces in case we think of something else, and I also need to mark out other things that I want to do. That was a lot. Let's just put this aside for a minute and start doing some actual collaging and get rid of some of the stuff that I have all over everywhere. My goodness, does this accumulate quickly. And also a nice spaghetti. So I think I should do one in cardboard and one in paper because I have both. And now that I've gone through this elaborate introduction of, oh my God, the place is a mess, I have not the first idea where to pick a piece of paper. This is how you do it. And we're just going to plunk that down. Next thing I need is glue. Shockingly unprepared. There's my glue. And we will get started. So I hope everybody's doing all right. Fair to middling. Upright and alert anyways. Or even just lying down and alert. Those are fine. Fine options for this time of year. I am doing loads of videos today because I have a day off from work. That's exciting. And there's just a lot to be done, or a lot that I want to do on video. There's I don't have errands to do today, so that's pretty sweet. And we're just gonna do some collages. Sorry, dude. That's the way it works. And this page is actually from the book, which is kind of interesting. I'm going to do a little bit of up and down for the moment. Look at that piece. Can that piece be any smaller? Oops. But she's going down. And I'm going to put this little fringy bit on the outside so that it doesn't mess up a sharp edge, because I suspect that I have more sharp edges than not. Should I put it on the corner? Let's put it on the corner. I've weirdly been kind of looking forward to this opportunity to collage and get some of this stuff made into a thing. I think it will be helpful this time next year, or this time next year minus a couple of weeks. Just put it down somewhere. It'll all get covered. It'll all get sorted. It'll all be fine. I'm just being silly. So an earlier test, I guess test might not be the right word for it, an earlier version of this, which was that. And then I looked at all kinds of topics and themes, and I got about 1 billion of them. And then I realized that that would be overwhelming. And I should probably put on the list something that I have a fighting chance to actually do. So I could put in, I don't know, no, I can't even think of, vampires. Vampires is something that I don't have a lot of information on or opportunity to be able to do a good journal of. Flowers, birds, I'm on it. So why don't we put flowers here, birds here, as some options. Both flowers and birds pose challenges, and that is, we are back to the same issue of too many choices. And too many choices causing that crisis of decision making. We are accumulating a lot of stuff here, aren't we? So if I were to do that, I would need to make it a little more specific. For example, owls. Owls would be a fine bird. Let's make a note of owls. And so while we're here on this, number of signatures, 1, 2, or a free choice, which can be 1, 2, 3 or more. I don't want to randomly create a 3 signature journal for something that I am going to be challenged with. That's fine. Items from Happy Mailbox. So this is Cindy at Studio Lou gave me this gorgeous, huge treasure trove of journaling material, and I think the best way to honor her generosity is to use it. And so the number of items I would be able to pick, and I would say that would be 1 to 6. Color can be either main or the accent. And just, there's 24, but I think there's, let's see, 1, 2, 6, 12? I think it's 1 to 12 colors. And again, the color helps eliminate some of the decision making. And then cover. So under cover, let's do some more gluing here for a minute while I formulate that as an idea. The cover in my imagination is I can make a cover. I have books that can be harvested to be used as a cover. Are those my only options? I think so. Okay, hang on. Let's put that down. So we have make or harvest. And this may be a two rounder, so this is either 1 or 2. And then I still want to have some substance. I don't want to just be able to make it up. I want to have this the rolling of the dice inform me what I need to do. So let's put that aside again, and while we do some more gluing and thinking. Oh golly, I love these guys. They're so fun. So under harvest, what do I have for harvest? So, I could do something like, one of the things that I have a lot of are Nancy Drew books. I have golden books. I have actually Beatrix Potter books. I have a Danielle Steele, which is, you know, kind of a nice sized. I'm going to say Danielle Steele size. Okay, so make. I can weave. So ribbon weave. Not gonna lie, I would love to do that. Quilt slow stitch. Would love to do that. I don't think I've ever done an Amazon packaging one. Amazon packaging. And that's like the soft bubble wrap. Cereal box. By cereal packaging. Okay, put that aside for a minute. We're doing fine. I'm looking forward to this. Not gonna lie, I really enjoyed making the last journal that I made. Just getting rid of that white. Online, or at least using YouTube. It kept me highly motivated to do the work. It kept me focused. It eliminated a lot of difficult decision making, which is also pretty great. kept me off the roads and out of trouble. That's also good. And maybe if there's a random thing here, you can at least use the list and create your own modifications. Or you can maybe play along, which would also be super fun. I'd really appreciate that. Nothing like having company for your mayhem. The other thing that I want to do in 2023 is do some of the participating of things that I have participated in the past. So things like, what have I done in the past? Well, we're wrapping up Defember, so there's that. There is Junk Journal January, there is Junk Journal July. I want to do some just making of stuff with the material that I have thrifted. I want to do art pages. What else do I want to do? I want to do all the things. That's what I want to do. I want to do all the things. If we can make that happen, that would be great. I know that's a card, but it's going to go there. Oops. Oops, my goodness. Dropping everything everywhere. Not enough contrast. I swear I will eventually learn that lesson. This doesn't have any contrast to that, so all of the dots that are been so specifically punched do not show through. Yep, do that. It'd be great to know where my glue thing went. Oh, it's another reason why we have to clean up. Things get out of order so quickly. I also have to do some finishing up of a couple of journals before I get started or too far along on the random journal thing. I have a journal that I have been working on for a long time and have just lost all the motivation to finish. And so, again, this channel helps me be accountable to myself, and by being accountable to you, I get to be accountable to myself, which is pretty great. And I appreciate you doing that for me. I appreciate your company too, and your advice. Oh, that's a mess. Anyways, it needs a rescue. And another one of the things that I have learned from doing my Christmas December daily is that I do not estimate well, what do I want to call it? The size of the journal that's required based on what I am going to do to the journal, so that it doesn't become a gaping maw of a gator mouth, basically. And I have a gator mouth for my December daily because I thought, oh, it'll be nice and it'll all be in thin paper. And I don't have that kind of self-control. At least not at the moment anyways. Ooh, that looks nice there. So I need to learn that. Maybe that will help. I'm looking to learn things, I think, this coming year. I'm always looking to learn things. That's being a lifelong learner, I think, is a useful philosophy. Because you can never know too many exciting things when it comes to making stuff. And the more you know, the easier the old stuff that you learned becomes. It becomes the platform to do new things because, well, I already know that, so how hard could it be? And then you find out. It's cardboard. Let's print. Maybe just that. There we are. Oh, that's a good base. Happy with that. Get that cleaned up. Good job. There we are. Now this one is cardboard. And if we don't have cardboard, then we are just going to go straight on to a page for paper. I probably should. Do I have any cardboard kicking out here? Yes, I do. All right, so let's do some cardboard. Cover some of this stuff up. It is egregious what some old books had to say. And I am regularly appalled. That's all I'm going to say about that. Well, that's all paper. It doesn't matter. It's a piece of cardboard. Put it on an edge. There we are. I'm going to flip over to getting some of this paper stuff out of the way. Into this one. This is just a piece of whatnot. Go in the bin. I don't know that there's much else to report at this particular point. I have not, don't know how many people are sport fans. I happen to be there are two sports that I like best, I would say. One is baseball, and the other is basketball. And my two teams are the Toronto Blue Jays and the Toronto Raptors. And the Raptors played last night. And they are on a not great losing skid at the moment. And I have not yet checked to see how they did last night. This is so tricky to paste. We could just take it off. We could just do that. Let's do that. Let's just free ourselves from the tyranny of bits of scrap paper, because that is what it feels like to me sometimes. I live in an area where there is active recycling happened. I am allowed to throw stuff out in the bin so that it doesn't burden me. Or do this, which is also kind of fun. I'm gonna throw that out. Wow, now we're being fussy, are we? We're being fussy. So another one of the things that is going on next year, I think, is Kirsten at Quirky Queens is thinking about doing 100 days of, like 100 consecutive days of a thing. And her thing is, I think, going to be watercolor, or at least faffing around with paints. And with all things, you know, 100 days seems like, oh my God, what if I don't have the time? It's like, skip a day, skip a week, skip a month if it makes you feel better. Stop if it makes you feel better. We do not have to submit this work at the end of the year for anybody's eyes to see. You are free to do whatever you want. Literally, whatever you want. So that's my pep talk. It's my pep talk to say, just go do it. It's just paint. It's just paper. It's just glue. Paint, paper, and glue. There's nothing that you need to submit to any authorities. And the other, and while I am on my little itty bitty soapbox, make sure that you understand and give yourself the freedom to make all of the mistakes. Spill the paint, draw out of lines, glue it upside down. It's fine. It's just paint, paper, and glue. I think that expectation of perfection, maybe, or rightness is also something that inhibits people from trying and doing. And we forget. As kids, we understand. I'm going to try, and I'm going to try, and I'm going to try, and then I'm going to be successful, and it's going to be fabulous. And as an adult, we think, oh, well, I'm an adult now, so I need to be able to do things right on the first try. Why? There is no plaque you get when you're a kid. This is now you can do things right out of the hop. Or second out of the hop. It's fine. It's literally part of the process. If you don't like it, you can ball it up and throw it away. Oh, it goes that way? It goes this way? Maybe that way. I feel like I'm doing a lot of outlining stuff here. Oh well. I think also art should be enjoyable if I am still allowed to continue my little lecture. And so do whatever makes you happy. Whatever makes you happy. You do not have to do the thing because somebody else did the thing. You can try it if you want, and if you don't like it, you can stop. It does not pass judgment on you. You're like, yeah, that's not my thing. There are some things that other people do wildly, and I appreciate the art like nobody's business. Do I want to do it? Big bucket of nopes, for whatever reason. Sometimes it's just about the infrastructure. There's some kinds of art that require a lot of, maybe that way, infrastructure. It needs additional equipment and all of the other things. And you may not have that. You may not want to have that. That's okay. We do not have to be all of the things. We just need to, as my mom would say, well, you know what, just suit yourself. And that's wonderful, to suit yourself. That's not a bit. Well, I'm not gonna lie, getting rid of some of this stuff. Not quickly. Well, I shouldn't say that. Here's old Judgy Pants here giving everybody else a lecture on don't judge yourself, and I'm right there screaming along at myself. Not good enough. Good enough. I know this is supposed to be the cardboard page, but this is thick paper. Out of the way, back to this one. Golly glue is sticky. Carrie the Crafter makes really excellent papers by using this sort of technique, but uses washi tape. So just strips of washi tape here, there, and everywhere. And I have a couple of them somewhere in this huge mess, and feel like I should use them up. Okay, so we've got that. Oh, what else do we have in here? Oh, that's 100% of a piece of tissue paper. We will use it. Is that a fold? Ah, it's a fold. Nuts. Well, we're gonna do that. Oh dear. Well, hang on, one thing at a time. Or as the French would say, un crise par la foi, which is one of my favorite French expressions. Here. No, because I'm not fussy now. I have 2 pieces, 3 pieces, 4 pieces of tissue paper over to the side here. Oh, I haven't done that one. My little penguins. Where's my little penguins gonna go? That. I'm mindful of the time, I don't want to go too long. because apparently it takes forever to upload things. And that's all right. I've only made like 3 videos today, so it's okay to stop. What else is there too? Oh, some snowy flakes. Some snowy flakes. So I think I am going to put this last piece down and find one more bit to go over that. And I will let you go. I might finish some of this up offline. Find something to, oh, here. A stamp? It's a stamp. It's good enough. There. Do that. And keep working on the plans for next year. And once I have something that's sort of in a decent form, I guess, maybe final form, probably not final form, but committable form. So a form that looks like a plan. How's that? I think that's what I'm going to do. Then I will get back to you and we will carry on from there. So thank you so much for keeping me company and helping me do this planning. Looking forward to next year, and I'm hoping that we can keep keeping each other company and keep keeping each other inspired and all of the good things. So thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more episodes. Talk to you soon. Bye now.